Welcome, everybody, to the Breathitt County High School softball complex as we have 14th Region Girls Fast Pitch Softball action for everybody here this evening. I'm Steve Neese alongside of Coach John Couch as Breathitt County hosting Lee County. And the first pitch here is going to be grounded to the shortstop Pelfrey, and they throw over to first. One pitch, one out as we'll get that scored, and then we'll go down the lineups real quick.
That was a nice stretch there by the first baseman, Chloe Hayes. If she hadn't stretched it, might not have made it.
That was Trinity Price leading off for Lee County. She's at short. Emily Warner is behind the plate batting second, and Natalie Price is at third batting third as Warner at the plate. She'll take the first pitch for ball one. Cleanup is Presley Cundiff, the pitcher. Callie Brandenburg at second, batting fifth, and then Billy Brandenburg, the DP, in the sixth spot for Lee County. Here's a ground ball to short again, and that is a swinging bunt, if you will. And Lee County has one aboard with one out here in the top of the first.
She's got like a Emily Warner, 591 batting average. I'd say she does that quite a bit with her speed.
Yep. I'm with you here as Price at the plate. That is Natalie Price for Lee County. First pitch taken for a strike. No balls, one strike. Takes a minute sometimes to get situated as these games get going, as the 0-1 is swinging a miss for strike two, and it's quickly an 0-2 count to Price at the plate for Lee County. 7-8-9 for the Lee County Lady Cats, Kylie Powell, Willow Tipton, and Holly Chrisman. Chrisman, as the 0-2 is upstairs for ball one ball, two strikes. And in order, they are in right field at first and in center. And then the left fielder not batting is Amia Donaldson. As the 1-0 taken low for ball two. Count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And defensively for Breathitt County this way, back on the mound, bowling behind the plate, third to first in order. Napier, Pelfrey, Barnett, Hayes, that's Chloe Hayes. As the break-even pitch is taken for strike three, and that's out number 2 here in the first for Lee County. That will bring up the cleanup hitter for the Lady Cats of Lee County, Presley Cundiff. Left to right in order for Breathitt County, Tinley, Hayes, Salyers, and Smith. As the first pitch to Price is taken for strike one.
Seems like most of back's first pitch has been a strike, isn't it?
For the most part, yes.
They stand and wait on it. She's up on the batter already.
Here's the 0-1. Lifted first base side, shallow right, and it will be Smith coming on, making the catch for out number 3 as we send it back to the station. Go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Lee County one hit. They strand the runner. Back in one. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
We go to the bottom of the first for Breathitt County. Scoreless at the moment. Lee County did strand a runner after they got one hit. For the Lady Cats of Breathitt County, leading off is Napier at third, bowling behind the plate, batting second, and the pitcher back is in the 3 spot. Pelfrey's at short, batting cleanup, then Tinley Hayes batting 5th, and the right fielder Smith batting 6th. 7-8-9 this way, Salyers, Chloe Hayes, and Barnett, and then they're in center at first and second base for Breathitt County. For Lee County, Cundiff pitching. Warner's behind the plate. third to first in order, and I'm going to try to get the first names in there too. You got Natalie Price, then Trinity Price, and Callie Brandenburg, and then Tipton. And I get the first names of the ones that are repeated. And then left to right in order, Donaldson, Chrisman, and Powell. As Breathitt County looking to get something going. John, Coach Couch, you were talking about doing the game for Lee County against Jackson City a few nights ago, last week actually.
Right.
You know, Jackson City had defeated Lee County, I think 31-20, if memory serves correct, early in the season, and then Lee County bounced back last week, getting the big run differential between them and the Lady Tigers. So Lee County can swing the bats. They put up a lot of runs, seem to even in losses. But
they run the bases pretty well too.
Yes.
They've got several quick girls, and they still and they make the defense play. They make the defense throw. I know it's a few throwing errors, and sometimes there'd be 2 runs off of 1 error.
So Napier leads off for Breathitt County, takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
I think too Presley Cundiff was hurt that first game. She's definitely their clog. She pitches very well. Speed.
Here's the 1-0. Taken for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Napier leading off the bottom of the first for Lady Cats. They try to get an early lead here as the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll use the center field camera as long as it looks good from out there. And at the moment, it seems like it's doing okay. As the 1-2 is bounces in front of the plate for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cundiff with the sign, winds the 2-2. It's going to be lifted in the right center field and deep, and it'll bounce to the fence as Napier rounds first, heads to second, stops there with the leadoff double for Breathitt County.
She could have had a stand-up double, but she slid. I like it. That's just toughness. Slide on that brick dust anyways.
What's the fun in standing up?
Yes.
Right?
She does her hand, and she's ready to go.
So Breathitt County, a runner in scoring position very early here in the top, or it's going to be bottom of the first, is bowling to the plate, takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Lady Cats again for Breathitt County, trying to take an early lead here. Here's the 1-0. Taken for strike 1, count even at a ball and a strike. Only 1 umpire tonight. He's calling from behind the pitching circle. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, you'll see that there. Here's the 1-1. Taken low for ball 2, 2 balls and a strike.
Mahela bats, 346. She gets on a whole lot and got a lot of speed when she does get on.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Runs it even at 2-2.
She played shortstop first several years that I got to help with the radio, and she's playing catcher this year.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to go where they tell you to go, and they put you where they need you. So,
well, and
break-even pitch is taken for strike 3. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the first for Breathitt County. So with Napier still at second, back will come to the plate, trying to get Lady Cats of Breathitt County on the board.
Wow, just with fast pitch baseball, softball, I mean, a catcher is probably next to the pitcher being the most important.
Here's a line drive down the line in the right field. That could score a run as Napier rounds third, heads home, and it's an RBI triple for back and Breathitt County. They lead it 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
First 2 hits has sort of been to the off field. Would that be with Presley speed, or are they just taking a second to locate the ball?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Just want to place it, yeah.
There's a ground ball in the first pitch. That's going to be foul ball for strike 1.
I was going to say that rolled right down the line, but it got to third, it eased out.
Looked like from our angle it went left side of the bag there. Again, only 1 umpire, and from where he's standing where he has to stand to do this, that's a difficult call to make.
Right.
So here's the 0-1. Fouled back to the screen for strike 2 is Pelfrey. Down to the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Looking to, at the very least, have a productive out. Move the runner into scoring position. Out at first is Back, who had an RBI single just a moment ago, giving Breathitt County a 1-0 lead as
lifted
The
it.
0-2 waited on it, and then going to line it into left field where Donaldson makes the catch.
She got a quick read on that one, just sort of standing right under it, wouldn't she? That's
She
good when
did,
the kid
yeah.
gets a good read and you're not running trying to catch it at the same time.
That's out number 2 for Breathitt County here in the bottom of the first. Back still at first base as they try to keep this inning going with 2 outs. Tinley Hayes at the plate, and she'll take first pitch for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and we got time at first. The breakaway base is broke away.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to say that? It's not 100% level, and they're trying to make sure it stays that way. You know, it's all about safety first.
You were just talking about that right before the game, weren't you? Right before we come on the air.
Oh, I love the run-through base that they use for softball. College baseball using that this year. Theirs is a green color as opposed to the orange. I'm not sure why they went with green. It's harder to see. And to me, from an umpire's perspective, I would think that would be harder to judge, you know, whether the runner beat the throw or not sometimes. But they went with green for whatever reason. But it helps with injuries. And as a former first baseman, you know, in high school baseball, yeah, exactly. Did get cleated once or twice. And, yeah, it's a good thing in my opinion.
Right.
I know some of the traditionalists will say, I'll get rid of that base. It looks weird. But, you know, you can deal with how it looks sometimes. If the runner is passing first, going to second, they use the inside base. If they're just running through like you do on a ground ball, you use the outside base. I mean, that's just the way it is.
To me,
you learn it and figure it out.
It would be a little easier on the umpires to make that. I mean, you've got a bit bigger base to.
Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss for strike 2, and it's no balls, 2 strikes to Tinley Hayes at the plate for Breathitt County. The Lady Cats of Breathitt County lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. And if you hear me say Lady Cats with a C, that's Breathitt. Lady Cats with a K, that's Lee County. That's how they spelled their Lady Cats. Here's a ground ball right back to Cundiff. She'll field throw to first in time for out number 3. Breathitt County leads it 1-0 as we go to the top of inning number 2. Due up for Lee County. That's Brandenburg, and Powell. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
We go to the top of inning number 2, Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead. And due up for the Lee County Lady Cats, it's 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. That's Callie Brandenburg, Billy Brandenburg, and then Powell. 5, 6, 7 as both teams stranded the runner in the first. For Lee County, no runs on 1 hit. And then Breathitt County got 1 run on 2 hits. It was an RBI single by the pitcher back for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County. And it's always something we'll say, how do I want to describe it? When a pitcher helps himself out, I don't know that I'll say that it means more to the pitcher, but sometimes it can feel that way. As Callie Brandenburg is swinging a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. As backfield throws the first in time for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Lee County here in the first. This is going to be second. And that'll bring Billy Brandenburg to the plate.
I thought Chloe Hayes was saluting at first, but no, she had her right hand over her eyes for the sun because you're doing that right now.
Yep.
And we're sort of the same angle she is. So,
as first pitch to Billy Brandenburg is taken for strike one. Here's the 0-1 from back as she winds, delivers upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty with 1 out in the top of inning number 2. Breathitt County a 1-0 lead at the moment. As back winds, delivers the 1-1 upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
I just heard the Lee County coach saying with the one ump, and he's standing behind the pitcher, that the
bigger strike zone.
Bigger strike zone. Yeah, you can't narrow it down from that far out.
Here's the 2-1. Going to be fouled off. Count goes even at 2-2.
So you better be swinging at anything that you think is going to be a strike.
Yep.
I'd rather see a kid strike out than standing, get called out, just standing.
So what I'm hearing is Joey Votto used to get on your nerves sometimes.
A wee bit.
I always enjoyed watching Votto at the plate. As the break-even pitch from back is going to be dribbled out in front of the plate. A tough play for the catcher, and they're not going to get a throw. That's going to be an infield single for Lee County. It's a 1-out single for Billy Brandenburg, and that'll bring Powell to the plate.
It's really been 2 hits that they've got that just
haven't
took
left
so
the infield.
long.
Yeah,
that just took so long. I'd almost.
First one was a bunt. That one,
Right.
a swinging bunt, if you will, just chopped right in front of the plate.
Hit the ground and just deadened it, didn't it?
Yep. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Back winds the 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Throw down to first, but the runner back safely.
I like that every now and then. The catcher throw it first, keeps everybody honest. It makes them think, do I want to run or not?
Yeah, a little back pick, if you will.
Yes.
Here's the 2-0 upstairs, ball 3.
I noticed, too, with Mahala playing catcher, where she used to play shortstop, I thought she was solid shortstop. She get that ball over in a snap, and I'd say they don't really want to test her, see if she can get it to second.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a 4-pitch walk. We'll put runners at first and second for Lee County with 1 out. As to the plate is Tipton. Lee County in a spot here where they could tie it up. 1-0 Lady Cats of Breathitt County in the top of the second as the first pitch to Tipton is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Willow there, Tipton, she bats 200 on the season so far.
Breathitt County would love to get a double play here and get out of the inning. As this pitch is going to be lined in the center field, but center fielder comes up throwing and gets the force out at third. That will be scored as a fielder's choice. Takes the hit away. Nice play by Salyers from center.
Yeah, she charged that ball, caught it, and come up throwing. I mean, I like that. She nailed it. Right. I mean, it was right where the third baseman wanted the ball and everything.
You get the ever so common 8-5 put out, right? Common?
No, but I like that.
Force out, not just a put out. Force out. And first pitch to Chrisman here. She'll foul it off for strike 1.
That was nice, too, being the lead runner. She could have been standing on third.
Yeah, and you know, she could have just as easily got the out at second as opposed to just third. But, you know, the runner had to kind of hold to make sure if the ball was going to be caught or not. But as the 0-1 is upstairs for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, at the same time, that ball was on a line. You got to be quicker with your judgment if they're going to get to it or not. Just a little bit. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2 is Chrisman ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at first and second for Lee County. As back steps out of the circle and then comes back in. And ready's the 2-1.
Nice.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I would think it makes it a little harder on the batters with the one you're going to have to be looking to swing.
Break even pitch inside, but on the corner, he says, for strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the second. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Due up for Breathitt County, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. That is Smith, Salyers, and Chloe Hayes. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN.
I thought that was
Sports.
mine.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission Stores. You'll love shopping with us.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Breathitt County has 6, 7, 8 coming up in the lineup. That is Smith, Salyers, and Chloe Hayes. Lady Cats of Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead. So far, both teams with 2 hits. Lee County has stranded 3 runners as first pitch
In the gap.
to Smith is driven into right center field for another leadoff double. As Breathitt County back-to-back innings, leadoff batter comes away with a double, and they turn that into a run. In the top, it's going to be bottom of the first. Let's see if they can do the same here in the bottom of the second.
It's always nice to get a leadoff double, isn't it? You can usually get a score out of that.
Yep. More times than not, the leadoff batter gets a board, you get a run, but especially if they wind up in scoring position with extra base hit. So Salyers at the plate. First pitch swinging, lined into right field, and that could be another run. They come up throwing, but they go to second. As Smith will score from second, and Breathitt County a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of inning number 2.
I like that coach sending them home when it was right field. You got the kid on first, and if she throws it home, they're going second.
Breathitt County swinging on the first pitch pretty well every time now as Chloe Hayes here swinging a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Don't mind being aggressive, but sometimes if you get out on one pitch, it can be a little easier for the defense.
Right.
So you got to find a balance there. It's the 0-1. Hayes squares the bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, softball, one of those games, a lot of strategy. As Hayes again squares the bunt, pulls back, takes strike 2. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. Breathitt County has played a run again here in the bottom of the second. They lead it now 2-0 over Lee County as Cundiff winds the 1-2
Ball
pitch.
hit her leg as she was going. I can't believe it made it on.
Evens the count at 2-2.
She Presley doesn't spend much time at the mound, does she? If she gets that ball back, she usually just gets set and ready to pitch again. I like it.
Break even pitch. Taken for ball 3 and count full.
Chloe bats .259 on the season.
Payoff pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3, and it's out number 1 for Breathitt County here in the bottom of the second. Runner still at first, as that will bring Barnett to the plate.
She's one of the 2 8th graders that starts for Breathitt.
First pitch from Cundiff is across for a called strike. And then there you go, back to maybe it is better swinging at the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
She's got a good swing, good quick swing if he gets connect on that ball.
So Cundiff ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. She winds that 0-2 pitch, and this one going to be lifted foul, right field side. Count still 0-2. Runner at first. Breathitt County has scored a run already here in this inning. Lead it 2-0. That's kind of with the 0-2 pitch again. Fouled off once again. Still 0-2. Barnett doing a good job keeping it back going. Remind everybody, if you're listening on WJSN 97.3, we are on YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Go to the search engine there, or search bar. Type in WJSN 97.3. Will be the first result that comes up. As the 0-2 is swinging a miss for strike 3, and that's out number 2 here in the second for Breathitt County. But it is the WJSN YouTube live channel presented by Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson.
And you get a great picture as well. It's really clean.
Yeah, I'm not on there, so it's a good picture.
I wouldn't go in there. That's what I meant, but I wasn't there.
I understand. Hey, I admit it. As Breathitt County rolls it to the top of the top of the lineup to Napier, and she'll take the first pitch for ball 1. She doubled the right center back in the first. See what she can do here with the runner at first and 2 outs as the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She's just a freshman, but she bats .462. I mean, you're talking about it's a pretty good percentage.
Conduff with the 1-1. This one's going to be lifted in the center field. Be a 2-out single and put runners at first and second for Breathitt County. And bowling to the plate for the Lady Cats at Breathitt County. She struck out the first, looking for her first hit and a chance to pick up an RBI with the runner at second base and extend to what can be a 2-out rally here. So first pitch going to be grounded by the first baseman in the right field. That should play to run.
Sire's going to come home.
Bowling doesn't stop at first. She'll go to second. It's an RBI double as Napier takes a big turn at third but goes back.
You can see Coach, so I guess he was talking to her more. He's like, stop. He was heading home.
First pitch going to be fouled off here for strike 1 by Raylan Back.
And again, other than Alexis Peffrey's foul ball right down the third base line, everything's sort of been center field to first base, all their hits.
So an 0-1 count to Back here. She singled to right field in the first, picked up an RBI. Breathitt County had a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, 2 on, both in scoring position out at second and third as the 0-1 pitch here, cross for strike 2, and it's quickly an 0-2 count to Back at the plate.
They got a runner on third, Napier, and bowling on second.
Here's the 0-2. Foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3, and that'll do it. Breathitt County does strand a couple of runners. They lead it 3-0 as we go to the top half of inning number 3. Due up for Lee County. Price, Warner, Price, 1, 2, 3 in the lineup. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
We go to the top of inning number 3. Lee County at the top of the lineup. 1, 2, 3 coming to the plate. That's Trinity Price, Warner, and Natalie Price. As Breathitt County plated 2 runs in the bottom of the second to add to the 1 run in the bottom of the first, giving them 3 runs on 6 hits. They've stranded 3 runners. Both teams have stranded 3. Lee County, no runs on 2 hits, though, as they look to cut into this lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. And John, just some of the teams I keep up with baseball-wise, you got University of Kentucky has won now, 6 straight games, including a 17-5 win over Louisville. I always like to see Kentucky
Over
beat
who?
Louisville. Louisville. I always like to see Kentucky teams beat Louisville no matter the sport. And they
put a licking on Tennessee too, wasn't it?
yeah, won 2 out of 3, won the series. And then they beat Louisville in the week right after that. And then 3-game sweep over South Carolina. So they're on a bit of a roll here as Price takes the first pitch here, low and in for ball 1.
Coach does a good job with them boys too. I mean, he's had, which Maddox, several years ago had some good success, but this guy just
Trinity Price will pop this one to second, and it will be fielded and caught by Barnett for out number 1.
If you're on offense, I said a while ago, it's always nice to get a good hit, a double. And if you're on defense, you definitely like getting that first batter out.
As Warner at the plate had the bunt single back in the first inning, takes the first pitch here for ball 1. Anyways, going on that, so you got Kentucky baseball with those wins. Cincinnati Reds on a bit of a win streak. They won the last game against the Marlins in that series. Lost that series 2 out of 3, but got the win at the end of the series, and then swept the Rockies 3 straight. And I was just worried that the Rockies were going to pick up their 5th win of the year against the Reds, but it did not happen, and the Reds go home tonight to take on a St. Louis Cardinals team that's not off to a great start so far. As Warner, little swing bunt again, throw to first, not in time. Another single for Warner and Lee County. They got a runner at first with 1 out.
She does that little run-up bunt, and she's
It's
already
it's like a slap bunt, drag bunt, somewhere in the middle of those 2 words.
But she's already got her momentum going to first base, which Bella Napier was way above third base. She saw she was going to do that. She come up, picked it up cleanly, and threw it. That little girl just speedster down that baseline.
So 1 on, 1 out as Price to the plate for Lee County. And she'll try to bunt the first pitch, but goes foul for strike 1. Natalie Price is 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Up with a runner at first and 1 out. 3-0 Breathitt County here in the top of the 3rd inning. As back has her sign. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And back is ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
Natalie bats 156, the 3rd spot.
As Price had stepped out, steps back in. There's the 0-2. Popped up in the infield. 2 players calling it off. Back will take control and get the out for out number 2. Keeps the runner at first, and we got a issue. I'm not sure what that is. We'll switch around. Hopefully the player okay. I'm not sure what happened.
Got the pitcher, Presley Cundiff. I was just curious if anybody's looking at her. She's a good little pitcher.
Cundiff 0 for 1. Popped out down the right field line in the first inning. As looks like we're getting ready to get back to play. So 2 outs as Cundiff digs in, awaits the first pitch from back. She winds, delivers. Grounded foul, third base side for strike 1.
Got around on that one just a little too far and too quick.
And back again, as you said earlier, John, gets ahead in the count. Ahead here, no balls, 1 strike.
She can go astray a little bit on this pitch and not give her anything.
The
I wouldn't give her
0-1
anything.
is taken for ball 1. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2, 2-1 the count. We've got, 3 weeks left in the regular season. Is that right, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's 3 weeks. Yeah.
2-1 upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. And district tournaments this year, Jackson City the host. So softball will be at Kiwanis Park here in Jackson. Baseball will be at the Breathitt County High School Baseball Complex. As the region's softball is at Estill. 3-1 pitch here upstairs. It's a 2-out walk issued to Cundiff. And that'll put runners at first and second.
They'll be able to get an out on any base as far as home.
Yep, for Lee County. Callie Brandenburg to the plate. She's 0 for 1, grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning. 2 outs, 2 on as back winds the first pitch. It's fouled off for strike 1. So 0-1 count. Again, back ahead in the count. Now, she did walk Cundiff after getting ahead 0-1, but got ahead early in 0-1. Swing and a miss here for strike 2. Runs it the count to no balls, 2 strikes.
That's one of those indecisive swings. She waited a little late and decided she wanted to swing. It was going to be a good pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it. Lee County strands 2 runners here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. It's Breathitt County 3, Lee County 0. Due up for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County, Pelfrey, Tinley, Hayes, and Smith. We will take a 1-minute break. Be back in 1 minute. This is WJSN Sports.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission stores. You'll love shopping with us.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Breathitt County leading Lee County 3-0 in fast pitch softball action. Due up for Breathitt County Lady Cats, 4, 5, 6 in their lineup. That's Pelfrey, Tinley, Hayes, and Smith. No runs, 3 hits, 5 stranded for Lee County thus far. For Breathitt County, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 3 stranded. Neither team has committed an error to this point. Both teams have stranded runners and left runners in scoring position as Breathitt County looking to extend their lead here, leading 3-0 going to the bottom of the third. And if you're watching on YouTube, we want to thank Rick Hensley running the camera for us. He's running the game camera, if you will. That's the one that follows the ball when it's in action. We got a stationary center field camera out there that hopefully everything stays okay with it. Always getting nervous sitting here watching that thing. As Pelfrey digs in, flying out the left in the first inning, leading off the bottom of the third here, and takes the first pitch for ball 1.
She's just a sophomore. Seems like she's maybe started about in 8th grade. Seems like she's played for several years.
She did start in 8th grade.
Yeah, so
1-0 count as Cundiff winds, delivers. Ball's going to be lifted in the left field to hit that ball hard. It's deep, and it's off the fence. Pelfrey rounds first, heads to second, and Breathitt County for the 3rd consecutive inning with a leadoff double. And to this point, they have plated at least that runner in every inning. You talked about it, Coach, getting a runner in scoring position to start the inning with nobody out. Pays dividends a lot as we have a bunt attempt by Tinley Hayes. She'll foul it off for strike 1.
Instead of a hit and run, that was a bunt and run because Pelfrey was gone. Contact, she was out of there.
A lot of teams starting to go back to that small ball
Yeah.
Got away from it, now it comes back. It kind of goes in cycles a little bit, but small ball can get you some runs.
Yeah.
As Cundiff winds the 0-1. Hayes squares the bunt again. Couldn't get it down, and Pelfrey will steal third because the third baseman had charged, and nobody was covering the bag. Smart heads-up base running by Pelfrey. So an 0-2 count at the plate to Tinley Hayes. She's trying to drive in that run from third. It's 3-0 Lady Cats at Breathitt County at the moment here in the bottom of the third. And here's a line drive to second, caught by Brandenburg of Lee County. As Callie Brandenburg able to leap up and get the catch.
That looked good.
And at the plate now for Breathitt County is Smith, the right fielder. She takes the first pitch for ball one.
She's the lone senior, isn't she? I'm not moving as far as it starts.
That sounds right. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Smith squared the bunt, pulls it back, fouls it off, first base side for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1 out, 1 on. Runner at third base for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County, who lead it 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Trying to add on here, trying to make it 4-0. Lee County trying to shut the door as Cundiff winds the pitch. It's upstairs. Took a lot off that one. It was almost a floater.
Yeah. I thought we was playing slow pitch there for a second. That's definitely a changeup.
Yeah. Count even at 2-2 as here's the break-even pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still 1 out. Runner at third for Breathitt County. Payoff pitch. Upstairs.
Same spot.
Ball 4. So runners at the corners for Breathitt County.
Seemed like in this instance, the kid on first would usually take off running.
Salyers at the plate for the Breathitt County Lady Cats. First pitch, fouls it off, first base side for strike 1. Salyers already an RBI single back in the second inning. Came around to score a run as well. Part of a 2-run inning that Breathitt County had in that second inning. Stretched their lead out to 3-0 where we sit at the moment. Here's the 0-1. Lifted down the line, first base side, and it gets down. Plates 1 run, and Smith will go from first to third. Breathitt County leads it 4-0.
That was good base running. Salyers had made 2 good hits.
So still 1 out, still runners at the corners for Breathitt County. As the first pitch to Chloe Hayes is taken for ball 1. Salyers will take second. And Breathitt County with 2 runners in scoring position now. "1-0 is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Especially kind of has some velocity on that ball. When it hits the catcher's mitt, it almost sounds like the bat. It was hit by the bat.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's a cross for a called strike. Runs it to 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 1 out, 2 on. Runners at second and third for Breathitt County. They've played the run here in the third so far. They lead it 4-0. Go ahead.
Well, she just pitched several times to Chloe.
Cundiff gets it across for a called strike, and that's out number 2 here in the bottom of the third for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County. As that will bring Barnett to the plate.
Definitely be nice to get a hit out of this so you get another run in.
As first pitch gets by the catcher, Warner, taken for ball 1, but not far enough for Smith to score from third. As got a good bounce off the backstop that time.
She's a left-handed catcher. You don't see that very often.
In baseball or softball.
Right.
Here's the 1-0.
But she does a really good job keeping the ball in front of her, left or right-handed, either one. She does a good job.
1-0 was upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So a hitter's count here. And Coach, what do you think? 2-0, as much a hitter's count as 3-1. That's my opinion.
Same, yeah.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. Taken for ball 3, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. And again, talked about it this year. The philosophy has changed on these 3-0 pitches. Used to was an automatic take. Now they go after it. 3-0 across for strike 1. As I say that, she takes the 3-0 pitch. That was always kind of what I did. I always took it, but now you see a lot of kids go after that 3-0 because they say it's going to be the best pitch they see in the entire at-bat. As a 3-1, a swing and a miss for strike 2, runs it full.
She got herself out of that jam so far.
Yeah, 1 strike away for only allowing 1 run. Here's the payoff pitch. Taken for strike 3, and Breathitt County will strand a couple of runners. They do plate 1, though, lead it 4-0 going to the top of inning number 4, due up for Lee County. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. That's Brandenburg, Powell, and Tipton. We will be back in 1 minute, back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
We go to the top of the 4th. It's Breathitt County 4, Lee County 0, and 14th Region fast pitch softball action. Due up for Lee County, that's 5, 6, 7 in the lineup, and that'll be 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Billy, Brandenburg, Powell, and Tipton.
A while ago, I was saying, that Leah have players on first, and they don't try to go second. And I was watching Reagan just practice pitching between innings. And Bolin was catching, and she didn't even come out of her squat. She threw it from a squat and nailed the second baseman.
That's why they don't try to move.
Yeah, they've probably done a little scouting on her.
First pitch to Brandenburg is taken for a called strike. And back again, ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike. She'll wind the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
She sort of put that outside and low, and the batter was sort of had an awkward swing. A little runner for Lee stayed right in the base on which, that's what she had to do, and it made it hard for little Barnett to turn and pivot and make that throw to first.
First pitch swinging. You got a ground ball right down that third base line. Runner trying to go from first to third to throw a little high. Allows the runner to get to third safely, and it'll be runners at the corners for Lee County. 1 out after the single here by Tipton.
Christman's one of, the only freshman that starts, but they have a bunch of sophomores.
Yeah, both teams really young this year.
Yeah.
So no balls, 1 strike. Chrisman 0 for 1. Struck out back in inning number 2. Up here with 1 out, runners at the corners. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Little surprise Lee County doesn't either send the runner at first or try to get her into a rundown on purpose to try to see if they can plate that runner from third.
Right.
The 1-1 pitch. Lined right at second.
First.
Can they get the out at first? They do. Double play, and that'll end the inning as Breathitt County gets the defensive gem from the second baseman Barnett.
8th grader. She caught that thing and snapped it the first in a heartbeat.
There you go. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Breathitt County leading 4-0. They'll have the top of the lineup coming to the plate. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in one. This is WJSN Sports.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
We go to the bottom of the fourth. Breathitt County with a 4-0 lead over Lee County in softball action here as 1-2-3 to the plate for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County. That's Napier bowling and back as Napier takes the first pitch for ball one. Napier 2 for 2, a double and a single and a run scored. As the 1-0 going to be fouled back out of play for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
She started off this game with a stand-up. Well, she slid, but could have been a stand-up double.
Double.
Yes, it was a double regardless.
Here's the 1-1. Taken for ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Condiff will wind the 2-1. Upstairs, ball 3. So Napier finding herself in a hitter's count at 3 balls and a strike. Leading off the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 3-1. Fouled back for strike 2, runs it full.
She's making impressive pitch to her.
Well, from what I've seen so far from Napier, she wants to hit the ball as opposed to take a walk. So, full count.
That's why she's leading off.
Payoff pitch. Took a lot off of it, and it goes across for strike 3. That's the call. So, first time in the game, Lee County has got the leadoff batter of an inning out for Breathitt County. And that'll bring Bowling to the plate with the bases empty and 1 down. And she'll take first pitch for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Taken for ball 2. Up and away.
See what she gives her this time.
Two-0 pitch. Low for ball 3. So 3-0 count to Bowling. 1 out, bases empty. 3-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. There you go. Shows what I was talking about, going after it.
Yes. She swung that thing. Been a good hit if she'd have connected.
3-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Runs it full.
Yeah, she bats about 346, so she gets on a whole lot. Hits the ball well.
Payoff pitch forthcoming from Condiff. Winds, delivers, fouled off over the press box. Count remains 3-2. Breathitt County leading Lee County here, 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out and the base is empty. As Condiff winds the payoff pitch again. Taken for strike 3 and 2 up, 2 down for Breathitt County here in the fourth.
That was a good pitch. That was.
So they'll bring the pitcher back to the plate for Breathitt County.
Just a fresh 8th grader, rather.
2 outs, base is empty, and first pitch swinging. Lifts it in the right field down the
ball.
line, and it'll be a 2-out single for back. She's not stopping at first. She's going to second, trying to stretch it, and they're going to call her out. Yep, got the tag in.
She ran outside the base and stretched her arm trying to get to it, make it harder, I guess, to tag her arm than it would be to her body.
Yeah, tried to slide around it, but unable to do so. As nice play by the right fielder Powell, and then the shortstop Price to get the tag down. We go to the top of the 5th. Still 4-0 in favor of Breathitt County. Due up for Lee County. Top of the lineup, Price, Warner, and Price. We will be back in 1 minute, back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission stores. You'll love shopping with them.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the top of the 5th. Lee County at the top of the lineup. That's Trinity Price, Warner, and Natalie Price. As 1, 2, 3 coming up to the plate for the Lee County Lady Cats. Breathitt County Lady Cats leading 4-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. So far for Breathitt County, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. They were held scoreless for the first time this game in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Trinity Price 0 for 2, a ground out and a pop out. Takes the first pitch here, low for ball 1.
She's one of the 3 seniors. She does a solid job at the shortstop position.
Stepped out, now steps back in. Back, has her sign, winds, delivers. 1-0 pitch, fouled off for strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Appreciate everybody listening and watching here with WJSN. This pitch going to be hit into right center field. Salyers goes over and makes the catch for out number 1.
Again, she got a good jump, read it real well, and got heading left and sort of waited on the ball when it come down.
That will bring to the plate Warner, who Breathitt County has not been able to get out yet. 2 for 2, a couple of infield singles, one by a bunt, the other one swinging bunt sort of down third base line, and takes the first pitch here low for ball 1. So if you're Breathitt County, Coach, I'll ask you what you think.
I'm bringing everybody up.
There you go. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yes, especially at the corners.
Yes.
Make them hit it by you. As Warren stepped out, digs back in. The 1-0 bunt attempt tipped into the glove for strike 1.
That really makes it rough if it comes down that first base line. Then there's got to be a lot of things happening from there.
Yeah, pick up, tag, or somebody's got to cover the bag.
Right.
Here's the 1-1. Took it upstairs for ball 2, and Warner switched to the right side of the plate.
Yeah.
So that means I might take a step back in the infield. One, two, swing and a miss. His back took a lot off that one, and that's strike 3.
That probably was a smart pitch to ease up because she was going to hit that thing. I mean, her intention was to switch over. She was going to hit it. 2
up, 2 down for Lee County here in the top of the 5th as that brings Natalie Price to the plate. First pitch swinging, a line drive into center field. 2-out single for Lee County. And they'll have a runner at first as Cundiff, the pitcher for Lady Cats, will come to the plate.
That was a really nice swing, wasn't it? She didn't let her head get away from her. She just followed through, and it was a good lick for a sophomore there.
So 2 outs and 1 on. Cundiff up, takes the first pitch for ball 1. Cundiff 0 for 1, popped out to right in the first, walked in the third. Here's the 1-0 from back. Upstairs, ball 2, gets by the catcher. Runner goes to second. Throw not in time. So the runner advances on the wild pitch. And a hitter's count to Cundiff at the plate. Here's the 2-0, upstairs, ball 3. Kind of makes you wonder a little bit if Breathitt's starting to pitch around Cundiff a little, somewhat.
I promise. I've not given her anything to hit.
Absolutely nothing to hit.
No.
Here's the 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4, 4-pitch walk.
If I'm not mistaken, that's what it was the last time, 4-pitch walk, or at least the first time at bat.
So runners at first and second for Lee County, 2 outs. As to the plate is Brandenburg, Callie Brandenburg, 0 for 2 so far, grind out and a strikeout. And first pitch swing and a miss for strike 1.
With 2 outs, that's probably a good move. Put her on first.
Here's
Tag any base.
the 0-1 going to be fouled off by Brandenburg for strike 2, and it's quickly an 0-2 count at the plate. Baseball right now, you've got Jackson City at Owsley County and Breathitt County at Rowan County. And fast pitch, Breathitt here in Jackson City off tonight as the 0-2 is upstairs for ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for Lee County. It's a 4-0 game here in the top of the 5th in favor of the Breathitt County Lady Cats as back winds the 1-2. Here's a soft liner back to the pitcher. Back comes out of the circle, makes the catch for out number 3. Lee County will strand a couple of more runners as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Breathitt County still leading 4-0. Due up for Lady Cats of Breathitt County. 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. That's Pelfrey, Tinley, Hayes, and Smith. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their house of knowledge.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0 in favor of Breathitt County. Lady Cats of Breathitt County to the plate. With 4, 5, 6 in their lineup coming up. That's Pelfrey, Tinley, Hayes, and Smith. As so far, Lee County no runs, no 6 hits, no errors, 8 stranded for Breathitt County, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 5 stranded to this point. Got a good game going as Pelfrey up. She 1 for 2, a double back in the third, run scored and stole a base. First pitch from Cundiff in this at bat is taken upstairs for ball 1.
That's just bat 433.
Looking to get leadoff batter aboard again for Breathitt County. They've done it in 3 of the first 4 innings. That's the 1-0 here, taken for strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count as Cundiff stepped off. Got the sign, steps on, winds, delivers. Ground ball fouled off, third base side for strike 2.
She's got a quick swing, don't she? She's usually been pulling the ball a little bit.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pelfrey, leading off the bottom of the 5th for Breathitt County. She's hit everything left field so far, including the double back in the 3rd. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off again. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breathitt County next week will finish up district play. They got Wolf County on Monday, and then Jackson City a doubleheader on Monday, and Wolf County on Tuesday. If I get that right, is the 1-2 pitch again fouled off by Pelfrey. But they're going to play 2 with Jackson, get both their games in.
Right. I know I just seen them with the 1 game. I wondered, I assumed they was going to double up. They see play Hazard tomorrow away.
Yep.
Knott County Wednesday away.
1-2 pitch here upstairs, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count even at 2-2 to Pelfrey. It's Cundiff with the break-even pitch here. Ground ball to 3rd. It gets through. Third baseman, shortstop backing up, but the throw to first not going to be in time. Throw to first is a little high as well, but Breathitt County again with the leadoff batter. But I'm going to give that an error to the third baseman there.
Yeah, because she pretty well had it right at her glove. Tinley's due one. Tinley Hayes.
First pitch to Tinley Hayes is taken for ball 1. It gets by the catcher, and Pelfrey goes to second. As the 1-0 going to be fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So leadoff batter again gets into scoring position. And Breathitt County going to try to bring her in. It's Pelfrey out at second, and the 1-1 pitch from Cundiff. In the dirt, wild pitch, gets by the catcher. Catcher does field it, throw to third, got by the third baseman, but the shortstop again there to back her up.
That's twice the shortstop has saved him. Throw down to second, she stopped it, and then that one she backed her up and stopped it.
So Pelfrey stays at third, and the count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch, line drive up the middle.
I said she was due one.
RBI single. Breathitt County's lead goes to 5-0.
Just been fouling them off and getting really close to hitting. I thought
stranded for Lee County so far here. And as we are in the bottom of the 5th, Breathitt County has extended their lead to 5-0. The only inning they've been held scoreless so far was the bottom of the 4th, and that was a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 4th. But Breathitt County here got on with an error, stolen base, wild pitch, single, plated a run.
They've been real lucky too, Breathitt, as far as getting a lot of times their leadoff batter on, aren't they? Haven't they?
Yeah, the only inning it didn't happen was the bottom of the 4th.
Right.
And again, that was a 1-2-3 inning for Breathitt County. As the meeting of the minds is concluded, and Breathitt County has Smith coming to the plate. 1 for 1, a walk and a double so far with a run scored. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play over our heads for strike 1.
If I was up to it, Steve, I'd go and get that, but no, I ain't up to it.
I'll hold your headset if you want to go.
No, I wouldn't want to put that on you, buddy.
I understand. Thank you. 0-1 count, and there's the pitch. Up and away for ball 1. Runner goes to second, and Hayes is in safely with the stolen base.
She dives head first, Pete Rose style, and they didn't even throw the ball. I like her toughness. I like it.
1 ball, 1 strike for the runner in scoring position. Nobody out now for Breathitt County here in the 5th. 1-1 pitch from Cundiff.
Oh, Lord.
Line drive right at the second baseman, drops it, and then looked at the runner at second and allowed Smith to get the first safely.
It messed with her mind a little bit. I mean, when she acted like she was going to go and then come back, she was too busy worrying about Tinley at second and waited too late to throw the ball to first.
And that's the second error of the inning for Lee County, second error of the game as well. Sayers at the plate, takes the first pitch for ball 1. Nobody out still here in the bottom of the 5th. Breathitt County has runners at first and second. They've scored 1 run so far in the 5th, lead at 5-0. As Cundiff winds the 1-0, fouled off for strike 1.
See, it must have been a pitch she liked because little Sayers, her feet was
she was going after
just a
it.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was eager. I guess she thought, man, this is what I want. She swung at that thing.
So 1-1 count now. Again, nobody out. Breathitt County opportunity here to really add some more runs. Is the 1-1 pitch. Taken for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Chloe Hayes for Breathitt County. As the 1-2 in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. Warner keeps everybody where they were. Count even at 2-2. Break-even pitch. Going to be dribbled out in front of the plate. Hey, Sayers runs, and they get her just a half step at first, but it does advance the runners to second and third, so that's what you call a productive out.
Yes. That thing didn't go about 3 feet above home plate, and it just sat and spun. So it's never a good sound. You hear them helicopters head towards the hospital.
No, hopefully everybody's okay.
Yeah.
As Chloe Hayes swinging a miss on the first pitch for strike 1.
Going to go meet with Coach David.
So no balls, 1 strike to Chloe Hayes at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position as you've got Smith at second and Tinley Hayes at third.
I just wonder if he was telling her to hit that ball in the outfield because they tag and could get another run, but it's only 1 out.
Here's the 0-1, a swinging bunt, literally. Fouled off for strike 2. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody swing a bunt that way.
No.
At least not in softball.
I don't know if she was trying to
I think that was
ground
trying to
it.
draw the infield in and just trying to punch it past them is really kind of what I think they were trying to accomplish. There's the 0-2 is swinging a miss for strike 3, and that's a second out for Breathitt County here in the 5th.
See if little Barnett can get a good lick here while they got 2 on base.
Barnett is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Be a good time to pick up her first hit as swinging a miss here for strike 1. Getting 5-0 Breathitt County in the bottom of the 5th. You look ahead, Lee County was 6, 7, 8 in the lineup coming to the plate in the top of the 6th as Cundiff winds the 0-1 here. Taking low for ball 1, count even at a ball and a strike. One pitch. Gets by
I wish I'd have
the
said
catcher.
it. I was just going to say if there was a pass ball, Tinley's coming home because she just got that demeanor.
There you go.
As soon as he see it and hit her glove, Tinley was gone.
Two-one count at the plate to Barnett. Still 2 outs, but now a runner at third. Breathitt County leads it 6-0. And 2-1 taken for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Be a perfect time to lay a bunt down third base line.
Yes.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4.
Pretty high. That was hit her neck.
So that put runners at the corners for Breathitt County. 2 outs, and top of the lineup to the plate as Napier comes up 2 for 3. A double, a single, and a strikeout with a run scored. First pitch, pops it up. It's going to land on top of his coach.
Oh!
Told you.
Okay. You got Smith on third, and you got Barnett on first.
Would imagine Barnett's
Good
going
batter.
to be. Yeah, Barnett's going to be moving
second.
quickly.
Yes. She's talking to her first base coach. That's what I figured he's going to tell her to moving.
Here's the 0-1. Taken for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Because more than not, Napier's going to hit that ball.
Cundiff gets the pitch call from the dugout, winds the 1-1 pitch. Going to be fouled back out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Runners still at the corners for Breathitt County. They have scored 2 here in the bottom of the 5th, lead at 6-0 over Lee County. Allow everybody to kind of get adjusted. They're waiting for some balls to be thrown back in.
Bellator's just a freshman. She leads them off in batting. Leadoff hitter, 462.
Coach Honeycutt coming in with some softballs. 1-2 count at the plate to Napier. 2 outs, runners at the corners as the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle to Cundiff. She fields, throws the first, gets the out. 4 out, number 3. Breathitt County will strand a couple of runners. They do plate a couple as well. They lead it 6-0 going to the top of the 6th. Due up for Lee County in their lineup. It's 6, 7, 8, Brandenburg, Powell, and Tipton. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission Stores. You'll love shopping with us.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the top of the 6th. Breathitt County leading Lee County in softball action, 6-0. Due up for Lee County, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. That is Billy Brandenburg, Powell, and Tipton. As Breathitt County so far 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 stranded. Lee County no runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 8 stranded for Lee County. I want to get a quick shout out to Gloria Hay. Always watching every time we're broadcasting. And when I say watching on the YouTube live channel presented by Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson. Again, go to youtube.com if you've not seen the channel. Go to the search bar in YouTube. Type in WJSN 97.3 with the first search that comes up. While you're there, give us a thumbs up on the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get a notification every time we go live. As Lee County 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Billy Brandenburg leading it off, and she's 2 for 2 so far. An infield single and a single up the middle. Came in the 2nd and 4th innings. First pitch here, takes strike 1.
Getting ahead of the count.
I don't have the numbers. I wish I could go back and analyze all that. That's how many times she's been ahead in the count to a batter. As the 0-1 is going to hit Brandenburg, and Lee County will have the leadoff batter aboard.
That's the first one, either pitcher, this whole game, isn't it?
It is.
They both control the ball pretty well. 2 good catchers.
They'll bring Powell to the plate with a runner at first, nobody out. Powell is 0 for 1, a walk and a fielder's choice, and the first pitch from back is fouled off for strike 1. We're in the top of the 6th. Lee County down to their final 6 outs. Breathitt County leading 6-0. They've scored 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. Talking about Breathitt County. As the 0-1 is taken upstairs for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 to count. This is the time where you kind of take a step off, deep breath, back on, then wind and throw.
Reset.
2-1.
Down to
across for strike 2. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See what she gives her this time.
Here's the break-even pitch. Line drive towards second.
First.
Bobbled initially, but could throw to first for out number 1. That will not go as an error, even though she bobbled, as she got the out at first.
Yeah, the runner was almost right in front of her, and I don't know if she's wanting to think about reaching out and tagging her or.
I think she was looking towards first already. As first pitch here, swing and a miss for strike 1. Tipton at the plate for Lee County. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Don't give her nothing. She backed way out of the pitcher circle that time.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the left field. Hayes right there to make the catch. Throws the second, trying to get the runner out, but she gets back just ahead of the throw. Runner, I don't think even saw that. And I'm sorry I didn't get the switch on the camera there.
Well, it all happened pretty fast. I couldn't hardly step over to where I could see better. Tinley come up. I like that. Outfield's alert.
As the first pitch to Crispin going to be popped foul for strike 1. Crispin 0 for 2, strikeout, and then lined into a double play. That came in the 4th. 2 outs, runner at second for Lee County here in the top of the 6th. As back winds the 0-1. Going to be lifted in the right field. Smith comes on, makes the catch. For out number 3, Lee County strands another runner. Breathitt County leads it 6-0 going to the bottom of the 6th inning. And due up for Breathitt County, 2-3-4 in the lineup. And that is Bowling, Back, and Pelfrey. We will be back in 1 minute, back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Breathitt County with 2-3-4 to the plate. That'll be Bowling, Back, and Pelfrey as first pitch to Bowling is taken for strike 1.
Nice spot, second, third, and fourth batter.
If Breathitt County could put a 4 spot on the board here, they could end it in this inning. Otherwise, Lee County 3 more outs. The 0-1 is upstairs for ball 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bowling 1 for 3, a double in the second. A couple of strikeouts before and after that is the 1-1, a swing and a miss for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball is short. Shortstop can't field it cleanly, and that'll be another error. Breathitt County leadoff batter aboard once again. Back at the plate. Lays a bunt down, but it goes foul for strike 1. Back 2 for 3. Single in the first, single in the fourth, and strikeout in the second. Has an RBI. You can get the runner moving at first and get a ball in the gaps. Oh, 2 pitch. There's 1-2 pitch, sorry. Got that as count even at 2-2.
That is a changeup. Bad.
Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second is bowling. And the break-even pitch is low for ball 3. So the count goes full, nobody out. As back, the pitcher trying to help out her own cause here. Payoff pitch, fouled off. Keeps it back going. Breathitt County's 10 hits now. Scored 6 runs on those 10 hits, but they've also stranded 7, so they've had more opportunities to score. In Lee County, 6 hits, so they've stranded 9. Payoff pitch again. This one's taken for a called strike, and that is out number 1 in the 6th for Breathitt County.
Pelfrey could get anything like she hit the last time. Bowling to come home.
First pitch to Pelfrey. Taken for strike 1. 1 for 3 for Pelfrey. A double, a fly out, and reached on an error. Scored a couple of runs and stole a base.
Yes.
This ball's hit down the line, left field side, but foul for strike 2. She's on it, just a little out in front of it. So no balls, 2 strikes to count to Pelfrey with 1 out. Bowling still out at second. In scoring position is Breathitt County trying to add on here. They lead at 6-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Cundiff winds, delivers. Popped up here.
Still be trouble.
Shortstop settles under, makes the catch. 4 out, number 2. So Tinley Hayes will try to bring the runner in from second base. She had a single to right center back in the 5th. 1 for 3, an RBI, run scored, stole a base.
She's one of the freshmen that plays for Breathitt, bats 360.
Big swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1.
Presley's ready already.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off for strike 2, and it's quickly an 0-2 count. You look ahead for Lee County in the top of the 7th. At the top of their lineup, Price, Warner, Price, Trinity Price, Warner, and then Natalie Price. 0-2 count to Tinley Hayes here with 2 outs and a runner at second for Breathitt County. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and we go to the top of the 7th. 6-0 Breathitt County leads. We'll be back in 1 minute. Lee County 1-2-3 at the plate. Price, Warner, and Price. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission stores. You'll love shopping with us.
We go to the top of the 7th. Top of the lineup coming to the plate for Lee County. That will be Trinity Price, Warner, and then Natalie Price. As Lee County trying to get a big rally going here in the top of the 7th, down to their final 3 outs. Breathitt County 6 runs to this point. They were held scoreless for only the second time tonight. In the bottom of the 6th, they scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the 5th. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 8 stranded for Breathitt County. Lee County so far, no runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 9 stranded for Lee County. So we talked about Breathitt County having opportunities to plate more runs. Lee County's had opportunities to plate any runs, and they've had those opportunities, just unable to push them across. So top of the lineup to the plate for Lee County.
Trinity's one of the 3 seniors.
Breathitt County trying to get their 5th win of the year and can do that if they can get Lee County out here without scoring 6 runs. The first pitch to Price, just swing and a miss for strike 1.
Starting to shade over here just a little bit.
It'd be nice if it shaded a lot. Here's the 0-1 upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun directly in my eyes as I look towards the pitcher. I mean, just over top of those trees. 5 more minutes, and I think it goes down. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Price. She'll foul off the 1-1 pitch for strike 2.
Keeping it alive.
That's Trinity Price leading off the top of the 7th for Lee County.
Played shortstop. That's a good job.
Been right there on a couple of plays to prevent a run from scoring. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Count even at 2-2. Break even pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, runs it full.
Well, she was itching in the box to hit that. Just wasn't nothing to hit.
So back going to try to get the out here. She winds, delivers. Lined into right center field.
In the gap.
It'll bounce to the fence. Sayers picks it up quickly, throws to second, but a leadoff double for Trinity Price and Lee County here in the top of the 7th inning.
Even though that was hitting the gap and Smith and Sayers ran at it, she got that thing up and threw it to second. I mean, it wasn't real close, but it was, I mean, she got it there. And
closer than you thought initially when it came off the bat.
Yeah,
you thought, well, that's a double, no problem.
Right, but she eased up running there at the end, and Sayers got hit in and nailed it right on second base.
As Warner at the plate now. A couple of infield singles, and then a strikeout in her last at bat. As first pitch, tries to bunt it, fouls it off for strike 1.
It's hard to tell what little Warner's going to do because she'll be on the right-hand side, left-hand side, and that really wasn't even a ball to bunt, but she was going at it.
Yeah, she switched from left to right side in the middle of the at-bat in her last appearance. So a 1 count here. Nobody out.
And she just does it then.
Yeah, it goes from right to left. And the 0-1 in the dirt for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Seemed like if they're going to do that running bunt, I call it, they're usually on that left-hand side because they're already quarter of the way down.
Usually when they run the box, it's a slap, the slap down on it. But not how they're playing it with her. As there's another bunt right back to the pitcher back. She'll field throw
Finally
to first
got her.
For out number 1. Price a big turn at third, but gets back ahead of the throw.
After Chloe Hayes caught that at first from back, she zipped that over to third base because the little girl had sort of rounded third. Trinity did a little bit. It was close there.
So runner at third with 1 out for Lee County. And at the plate is Natalie Price, and she'll offer it the first pitch for strike 1. So again, back ahead in the count, no balls, 1 strike.
Natalie had a good lick, I think, was it in the 3rd inning maybe? She got it, rode against the fence. She got a good lick. 5th inning.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1. Going to be lifted to shallow right field. Smith will settle under, make the catch.
Throwing it
Draws
home.
the plate's going to be a little high.
If that had been down
Trinity
a little
Price
bit,
able to
that
get
would have. If that would have been down about 2 foot, Bowling could have made a tag. That would have been real close.
Yeah, I agree. So sac fly allows Lee County to get on the board as Breathitt County's lead is now 6-1.
But when we talk about Smith catching, that Taylor Smith, she's been in the sun. She's had to look at the sun catch, and that's probably her, fourth out that she's caught. And she's had to battle the sun and caught them every one.
Cundiff at the plate for Lee County. She'll take the first pitch.
Will they give her anything this
Ball
time? They haven't so far. That's high.
The 1-0's upstairs, ball 2. Memory serves you correctly. That is their 4th putout for Smith. 2-0 across for strike 1.
You'd have to be here to see what Steve does. He runs his TV and the radio and keeps stats and 15 other. That's all I can do to remember kids' names here.
And trying to keep the sun out of my eyes tonight. Here's the 2-1. Oh, it hits her. And that's the second hit by pitch tonight for back.
She must have decided I was going to put her on first base anyways and walk. I'll just go ahead and hit her, and that'd be a few pitches I can save.
You can just say put her on first.
Yes, that would have been save the pitches.
Yeah.
Because she's pitched the whole game, just an 8th grader. So
that will bring to the plate Callie Brandenburg. She's 0 for 3 so far. And swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1.
Reagan zipped that by her because her swing was just a little late. It wouldn't come by her so quick she didn't have a chance to decide if she want to swing or not.
Here's the 0-1 upstairs, ball 1. Count even, ball and strike. They throw to first, but Cundiff back in plenty of time. Count 1-1 at the plate. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Check swing. They said no, she did not go. It's ball 2. Runs the count even at 2-2.
He had a good eye on that one because from here we sort of at the angle and she didn't go across.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. 6-1, Breathitt County leads Lee County in the top of the 7th. And a swing and a miss on the break-even pitch for strike 3, and that'll do it. Final score, Breathitt County defeats Lee County 6-1. Try to run down some final stats real quick for both teams. As for Lee County, 1 run. They scored at the top of the 7th, 1 run on 7 hits. 3 errors committed by Lee County Lady Cats, and they stranded 10 runners. It's going to be 9 runners. And for Breathitt County, 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors, 8 stranded for the Breathitt County Lady Cats. Once again, your final score tonight, Breathitt County defeats Lee County 6-1. Going to see if we get some pitching stats here. For Raylan Back, I had her with 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. For Presley Cundiff, 11 strikeouts to 2 walks. But the big stat of the night, Breathitt County 6, Lee County 1. So next broadcast scheduled Thursday night, baseball. Breathitt County, Breathitt County, Wolfe County, district action over at the Breathitt County High School Baseball Complex. So we're going to wrap this one up. I want to say thank you to Rick Hensley running the camera for us tonight. Did a good job, as he always does. Also appreciate John Bunn and James Turner for everything that they do for us. Kevin Davidson as well, that works back at the station quite a bit. Also Scott Griffin. Still the rookie, Scott, but you're doing a good job. As the season, everything, you've been doing a good job from day one. You keep doing it. We appreciate it. So I'm Stephen Neese. From our colleague to my left, John.